you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans.
12 seconds remaining, Jackson. Time it over!
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Hello, and thank you for joining us here at the beautiful Cherokee High School, where today the Shawnee Renegades will take on the Cherokee Chiefs in what is set to be a fantastic wrestling matchup. I'm Scott Mitchell, joined by Scott Glossner.
Hey, Scott.
Scott, what can we expect from today's matchup?
Well, it's a district matchup for the Lenape Regional District, and so I expect a lot of competitive wrestling here tonight. Both these teams hungry to win. Both these teams are going to come out and give it their all, I'm sure of that. So I look for some exciting action tonight here, Scott, on LDTV.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good one, so stick around.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003 or on the web at www.pwpm.net. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/headsup. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Well, welcome back to Cherokee High School, where we are just about underway here. We're waiting now.
Captains are out there now with the captain coaches are out there with your official. They'll go over the sportsmanship rules. For those of you maybe joining us the first time, he'll have a disc in his hand, one side red, one side green. Talk about that in a minute.
Well, it's now time for the AXA Equitable Keys to the Game. AXA Equitable providing millions of customers with life insurance and annuities and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. Give us a call at 732-452-7275. Well, the first key to the game today is going to be for Shawnee, and they need to wrestle 6 minutes.
Yeah, they got to try to extend these matches because, you go 6 minutes, you very seldom give up bonus points. And the longer you keep a wrestler wrestling, if you're in better shape, it could turn out to be a victory in the end.
Well, the next one's going to be for Cherokee, and they need to win the close matches.
Those 1-2 point matches can go either way, and it's a 6-point swing in a decision whether you win or lose.
Well, now for both teams, we're going to need those bonus points.
Stay off your back and put them on your back. Near falls, major decisions, tech falls, pin falls. That's going to be key tonight.
All right, we are underway here at Cherokee High School.
Looks like Matt Higgins for Shawnee, and that appears to be, I think that's Ian Monahan, but I'm not sure. They had two wrestlers. They had 2 wrestlers weigh in, but I don't know, not knowing, and they didn't announce who that was. So, but a quick takedown there for Matt Higgins to take the 2-0 lead. One of the veterans of the Shawnee roster here tonight.
Absolutely. When you think Shawnee wrestling, Matt Higgins is a name that's commonly.
Great tilt right there, trying to work the near fall. Back gets within 45 degrees of the mat. Referee will count, and if you keep him there for a 5 count, it's 3 points. You keep him there for less than 5, it's 2 points. He was only able to keep him for a 1. Nice job there by the Cherokee wrestler to get back on.
Matt Higgins rolling over on his back. He's struggling to get back on top. He's able to get some momentum going.
It is Nat Lipinski who's out there for Cherokee, so I want to thank, let me give a little shout out here. I normally do. Danielle Hanfield, who keeps the book for Cherokee, is kind enough to text us when there's a possibility of one or the other wrestler. So thanks to Danielle for giving us that information. That makes our job a lot easier. So Matty Higgins now riding a real tight waist here and looking to get a 1-on-1.5, as you see there. Scott, the idea here is for Matt to try to turn Nat Lipinski over to try to get some back points, as he's done once with a 4-0 lead, 2 for the takedown, 2 for the near fall. Lipinski's job, try to get hand control, get to your feet, get off your base, and try to get out in either escape or reversal. But the period is about to come to an end. 4-0 lead for Shawnee. Shawnee will have the choice in what the odd match is tonight. That's what the flip was before. It lets you know where your wrestler, when your team has choice in the second period, and you saw Shawnee taking the choice deferred, which means he'll wait till the next, just like we do, in football. You see, that's a great
Yeah, there you can see Matt
100
Higgins.
career wins. Certainly a milestone in the career of Matt Higgins.
Well, he earned it by pinfall at 26 seconds versus Camden Catholic on January 6th. It's a big shot there by Matt Higgins, throwing him down to the mat.
Yep, another takedown to make it 6-0. These are the matches where we talked about bonus points in the opener, Scott. This is where Shawnee needs to get bonus points. I'm sure Coach Mann and his staff want to see Matt Higgins get a 6 here, a fall, to get some bonus points. Job of Matt Lipinski is to stay off his back. Don't give up those extra bonus points.
Those bonus points, I believe, are going to play a huge role in today's.
Absolutely correct, and they always do.
Absolutely, because if you look at the rosters, Cherokee has a lot more seniors. They have a lot more veterans, so it's going to be up to some of your more veteran wrestlers, such as Matt Higgins, Eddie Moriarty, to really come up big and get as many points as they can during their matches.
Yeah, this is a tough match for Shawnee tonight. They're up against a team that's ranked in South Jersey, who has high expectations this year, not only individually, but team in districts and in the state tournament for individuals, but also in the state team tournament later on when they get into the Group 5 playoffs. They're expecting to get all the way to the finals. I'm sure of that. Coach Booth has done an absolutely fabulous job since his tenure here at Cherokee. And their numbers are good, and that's something that Cherokee should be very proud of. A lot of programs in South Jersey, their numbers are low. I think I heard somewhere where Cherokee had over 50 the first day in the practice room, which is really big numbers for wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling. 50 wrestlers.
I know some teams that have in the 20s.
Yeah.
So. Nice first move by Lipinski there. It was a good counter by Higgins to follow him, and now right into a tilt.
Some quick thinking by Higgins to.
Didn't get the 2 count, though. I believe he only got the 1 count.
Out to the end of the second period. Going into the third period, Matt Higgins and Shawnee has a 6-point lead on Cherokee.
And Higgins will take neutral now. He's just 2 points away from the first level of bonus points, which is a major decision between 8 and 14 points, which will get your team 4 points instead of just the normal 3-point decision. But I'm not sure if, again, I'm thinking that the coaching staff of Shawnee is looking for more than just the one bonus point here. But Lipinski's, he's a good wrestler. He's a good, solid, technical wrestler. So not easy always to pin somebody, who has experience, which Lipinski does have some previous mat experience. Now he lets him up.
Well, that'll bring it to the 8. I believe that's going to bring you to the first
It
level.
will, but now he
points.
just gave Lipinski an escape, so it's back to 7. But that's all by design. He's looking to try to get a takedown and maybe take him right to his back. Lipinski did a nice job of tying up there, trying to, there's a nice shot, but unfortunately too close to the edge for Higgins to do anything with it.
Higgins has a lot of speed, and you saw it there. He's got explosive speed when he really goes at it for a shot or for a takedown.
Stalling call against Lipinski there after another takedown.
I think that's going to get him up to bonus
That gives him a
points
9-point lead, yep. Under 20 seconds now remaining in the first period, or the third period, excuse me.
So he's chinning the back of Lipinski there, making that extreme.
Trying to get a near side cradle there. Lipinski doing a nice job of keeping that head turned the other way, so making it difficult for Higgins to turn. So Lipinski did a nice job here. Obviously Higgins very methodical, gets the 10-1 victory.
All right, well, that's going to end the 132-pound match.
So now we're going to have a 138-pound matchup will be next, and I'm guessing that's going to be, looks like Nick Maffa coming out for the Chiefs.
And Griffin Hastings for
Should
Shawnee.
be Griffin Hastings for Shawnee.
All right, well, it's now time for the Actual Equitable Sideline Report. Actual Equitable providing millions of customers with life insurance and annuities and other needs-based products since 1859. Actual Equitable, be life confident. Give us a call at 732-452-7275. And now let's send it over to Alexa Henry with the report.
Thank you. I had a chance to talk briefly with the Shawnee head coach, Tom Mann, and his biggest goal for the team is to wrestle smart and make smart decisions. I also had a chance to talk with Mike Booth, the head coach of the Cherokee Chiefs. He says what's been the difference between close matches is the conditioning and the work they have put in the gym. He also said that with the loss of 3 seniors last year, the seniors this year have stepped up and by setting examples for the younger team and representing the team well. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Alexa. Goes Hastings trying to take a shot. It's going to be a little bit too close to the edge. Ref will bring it back. Looks like what looked like a shot from Nick Maffa. Griffin Hastings was able to evade it.
Now you can see he's in on a single. Head on the outside, so what he needs to do is step up with that right leg and drive across, switch it into a double. Whereas Griffin Hastings needs to put more pressure on that head. Push down on the head. There's no pressure there on Maffa. You push the head down and away, becomes very uncomfortable. So referee refers to that's a stalemate. Nobody was gaining any position, so they stop the match and put them back on their feet again and start over. So.
Well, we have just 10 seconds to go in this first period here. Neither team has a lead right now. We're still tied up 0-0.
Second period, Cherokee has choice. They will take the bottom position. Hastings looking to roll a one-on-one underneath, maybe roll the arm out and put it on his back in a hammer lock.
There's Hastings.
Moffat trying to work there to get some hand control.
You're seeing the strain.
Notice he keeps the arms out though, so he can't be rolled. You will roll him under.
Oh, here it goes. Hastings had him up there.
Yeah, the thing about that is with Moffat, you need to get him up with hand control. If you don't get the hand control, your opponent's going to be able to control you around the waist and take you back to the mat, as Griffin Hastings did there very nicely. Went out of bounds, but he was headed back to the mat. Back up on his feet again, but again, there's no real hand. There he gets. Finally worked. We couldn't see it, maybe from our vantage point, but he worked the hand control very nicely and was able to get his one-point escape and take the lead here in this second matchup of the evening. 138 pounds. Nick Maffa for the Chiefs, and of course Griffin Hastings for the Renegades.
Seems like we've seen a lot of circling. There we go.
Good shot. Can he finish it?
Taking a shot. Goes Hastings. Circling. Well, it looked that'll end the second period. Cherokee's got a 1-0 lead on Shawnee in the 138-pound class.
So Shawnee gets choice since Cherokee had it in period 2. Shawnee gets choice in period 3, and Griffin Hastings also choosing down. And a quick escape by Hastings is going to tie this match up at 1, and it looks like, from my vantage point, this is going to be a match that's going to need to be won on their feet. Long period to go yet, over a minute and 40 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of spinning around each other, quick
feeling
shots
each other out,
and,
trying to set something up, trying to open up your opponent. Like, there's a great shot. Now you just got to finish it. It's a really good shot, but he didn't, and then he hesitated.
There's the pressure on the head that we were
a little
talking
bit better,
about
yes.
earlier.
Yeah. But
Hastings trying to roll him over.
Maffa's in there really deep on the shot, but then he just kind of stopped, and what he wants to do is switch off and drive sideways there, and now he's in a tough position to finish it. Now he's got to cut the waist a little bit. Oh, Hastings doing a nice job here.
Got Hastings in what seems to be a pretty uncomfortable position.
Well, he's got to kind of get his right arm through, does Maffa. And I think this has all the makings of another stalemate, Scott.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody gaining any territory or position here.
No, it's good. Looks like Coach Packer over on the Shawnee side is calling for the ref to call it a stalemate.
A great shot by Maffa, just didn't finish it. That's all. And great defense by Hastings. Real good defensive
pulled up
job.
There, didn't go all the way through. Hastings
saw
that he was hesitating and capitalized on it.
Set him up nicely and just didn't finish it. And Hastings did a great job defensively warding off that takedown. Now, of course, if the match would stay 1-1, we would then go to a 1 minute, what they call sudden victory, back on their feet again, and we'll get into the further overtime if necessary. But now it's Hastings in pretty deep, trying to lift it. Can he trip? No, Maffa does a nice job, and we're going to overtime.
3 seconds left, and that'll be overtime. It's a strenuous 6 minutes, and then they have to do another minute. This is where it really shows, you know, who's been working in the weight room, who's
been doing their running,
training,
who's been doing their cardio. Absolutely.
Doesn't seem like much, but when you're out there
Well,
wrestling,
I'll tell you,
it's
cardio conditioning, if you have two wrestlers that are fairly evenly matched like these two appear to be, that cardio conditioning will probably determine the winner.
Through.
Moffa's trying to work a little bit of a front headlock there and snap him down, but Hastings kept good inside position with his arms.
There's a good shot
There's
by
a shot from a little far away. Moffa got to take advantage and score on that one, but he's not gonna. Hastings pulling.
Hastings looked like he almost might have lost his footing there and just kind of slipped forward. Good try by Hastings. It's gonna be. Scott, remind us of what are the rules if this overtime.
Well, if this overtime goes no score, then they'll each get a 30-second, what we call ride-out period, right? But it looks like not yet. He's got the 2 with 9 seconds to go.
It's a good move by Moffa there.
Great shot, but that time he finished. He didn't just shoot to the leg, he shot through the leg. Nice job. Looks like Ryan Burke coming out for the Chiefs, and this is going to be Preston Sarlo.
I think this is Preston Sarlo's first year wrestling.
It is. I know his mom, and I happened to see her before the match. He's also a Shawnee golfer.
Yes, I played on a team with him. I think he's also he plays Shawnee football as well.
Oh, yes, he does.
Three-sport athlete. Trying his hand
First year at wrestling. He wanted to give it a try, he said. Kudos. It's not an easy sport, as I'm sure he's finding out.
Absolutely, especially
you get some of them big, tough football players that come out for wrestling, and they're like, oh, my gosh, this is tough.
Oh, absolutely.
Good takedown there by Burke. Fought it on nice in single, and then finished it off beautifully.
See right there, that's just pure muscle that those two guys are using right there just to fight it out. That's extremely just strenuous 6 minutes. Well, here we are in the first period of this Shawnee Cherokee
but there's,
matchup.
we talked about in the opener in the keys to the game, winning the close matches, and there's our first one, goes to overtime, and it happens to go the way of the Chiefs. So that's one of those close matchups that goes Cherokee's way. Now Sarlo working to get off the bottom. Burke looking like he's working a ball and chain there. And that arm back through the crotch area.
Try to get off that bottom quickly. That takes up a lot. He's
going to lift that ball and chain and then throw a half. That's nice work there by Ryan Burke. Sarlo now got to fight it.
He's going to try to arch.
Of course, both shoulder blades need to be on the mat for 1 second, 1 full second, and that would constitute a fall. He's still working hard to keep that left blade off. Burke now trying to stretch that left arm out, which will bring that shoulder blade down. Sarlo really fighting it hard. He's doing a great job here.
That's very tough to do, especially he's been doing that for a couple seconds now. That's hard. You can see in his face right now, that's a tough thing to do, to hold your shoulder blade up.
Burke's got to lift the head, so he can't get the head as a resting point, if you will. There it is. Time of the fall, 1 minute and 48 seconds. Good fight, though, by Sarlo.
Very good fight. That was a tough thing to do, to hold your shoulder blade up like he was doing there for almost what could have been 10, 15 seconds. There's the first pin of the match.
First bonus points for the Chiefs, and this is going to be Isaac Dean coming out next for Shawnee, and looks like Jeff Schock for the
freshman
Chiefs.
Isaac Dean.
Nice shot. Now can he finish it?
What we're talking
He's
about
got to
earlier,
get
you
that
gotta
leg
go
out from
through
between
it.
his legs to get some elevation. Nice tackle on the line. He's going to get the 2.
It's a good finish there by Cherokee's. I believe that's
Jeff Schock.
Jeff Schock.
Oh, Jacob Schock.
Jacob Schock.
Okay, my bad. My apologies to Jacob and to his family. Was out of bounds on the line. Dean does a nice job getting to his feet there. But again, getting to your feet is only half the battle. If you don't come up with some sort of hand control so you can peel away, you know, it's one of the times when an offensive wrestler can lock his hands when he's on his feet or around one leg like this, as you see there.
A lot of pressure on the head.
Trying to work a quarter Nelson there. What he should be doing more so is getting that leg back so he can get out of the... Now he's going to jump, dive, do something, see if he can work up. Now Schock's got to work up there. Now he's got to take him back to the mat.
Dean doing his best to try to make
nice.
it
That's what he needed to do, and they're going to give him 1. Nice job. Saw how he turned and faced and created some space there and was able to turn and face, and that gets him his 1-point escape. 2-1 favors Schock.
Here's Dean trying to take a shot. Nice block by Dean. Nice block by
Oh, nice
Schock.
duck under. Very nice duck under there by Schock. Now he's looking for what we call a Merkle. It's sort of an offensive ride where you've got your leg inside there as you see his left leg, and then he's going to try to get the head and the arm with his left hand and then just try to flatten him out first, but it's not successful. And it looks like at 152 should be Cherokee's choice.
It's a big match for Shawnee. They need to, Isaac Dean needs to get some points on the board for Shawnee. If they go down by another one, this match could start to get pulling away from Shawnee. A little bit of rolling action there from Isaac Dean.
A little attempted Granby roll there. That's an old school move. Nice follow by Isaac Dean now to stay with him and not let him get away.
A lot of athleticism from
right on the line here. I was going to say it's pretty soon they're going to call it out and get him back into the center. That's what, you know, official doing a good job. Jerry Boland, longtime coach, was a Camden Catholic coach. Also in education, was a superintendent at Woodland School District, I believe, and has been officiating now. Now the principal at Beeler High School in Marlton, so. Beeler Elementary. It's right here in Heritage Village. Just the next development over. There's a good half, but a nice wing job there by Schock to get out of that. And again, notice he's on his feet, but he's not working on Dean's hands. So Dean is able to keep control of him. Very close to a locked hand. You get some reaction time, Scott. You know, come back to the mat, you have about, you know, a second and a half before you have to break the locked hands, or else it is a penalty. Now Schock's able to get some hand control with that left hand as he comes up, but then reaches up to adjust his headgear.
Schock, yeah. That's when Dean's got to capitalize on that. When he starts adjusting the hair, starts adjusting the headgear, it's when you get a quick second, you can...
We're going to get a stalling warning against Isaac Dean. Now, the reason behind that is he's riding parallel, which means his hips are constantly covering Schock's hips. Referees want you to work out to the side, try to work for a fall or near fall or turn.
Yeah. About 20 seconds left to go here in the second period of this.
Tried to work that 2-on-1 on the near arm. Again, Isaac Dean's got to be careful. You notice why I say by covering the hips, he's not really coming out to the side. He's constantly just riding straight behind, and if he continues to do that, we don't have much time left in this period. But had we had more time and he continued to do that, I certainly could have seen him get another warning for stalling, which then would be a point.
Now ready for the third period in this wrestling matchup between Isaac Dean and Jacob. How do you say that last name?
Shock is how I was told.
Shock's got an arm around Isaac Dean here.
Trying to get a bar in there on the left side, it looks like. Got the one-on-one. And what he wants to try to do is dig that left arm in and put it across the back.
Quick spin there by Dean to start facing Shock. Shock's gonna go, and that's gonna be
Still control. You can face him, but unless you break that lock of the lower back, you're not gonna get your point.
good hold there by Shock. Keeping control. Isaac Dean not allowing him to get the escape. I believe they're going to give Isaac Dean the point for that escape.
They are, so it's now 4-2. Dean just a takedown away from tying this match up with less than a minute to go here in the third period. He needs to get
There
one.
he
He's
goes.
got a
There's a shot.
low single. Now he's got to finish it.
He's going to lose his grip. He's going to go again in for a shot here.
Yeah, way too high, which allowed Shock to get in under. Now it's Shock's turn to try to wrap. What he wants to do here is wrap the arm. Kind of turn. Didn't let it happen. Now cut the waist and pop the head out and drive him to his back.
That's the tough part about this. 30 seconds left in the match. They're both extremely tired. You can tell.
Right here. Now he's got to, if he cuts the waist and works up and covers a hip, he may very well get there. He covered the leg, so that'll get him the 2-point takedown. Make it 6-2 for the Chiefs.
That'll put it out of reach for Isaac Dean. That'll end this.
6-2 regular decision for Jacob Shock.
Close there right up till the end, and
Yep.
Shock did a nice job securing that last takedown, getting 2 more points and putting it out of reach for Isaac Dean.
That extends the team score now to 12-4 and moves us to a 160-pound matchup.
Well, Shawnee has got to capitalize on this matchup here. They've got to try to get one. They let Cherokee get another 3 points. It's going to be just out of control for Shawnee, it seems. All right, well, now let's take a look at the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
This is the pin at 145 by Ryan Burke. And finally, when he got across to where he could put all of his weight right on that left shoulder, made it much more difficult. But Preston Sarlo did a nice job. He held off there for about close to a minute from being on his back. So good fight by Preston Sarlo. Just ran at it.
That's a lot of. That takes a lot
of strength.
Yeah.
A lot of.
That's where the cardio and the running and everything that you do to prepare for wrestling really shows.
Got to try to punch through there.
Got Mark Palmari wrestling for Shawnee. Michael Richter on the other side for Cherokee. So shot there by Cherokee. Good block by Palmieri, staying on his feet. There's another shot. He's got control of the leg. Mark Palmieri fighting hard to get out of that, not getting taken down.
Collar and elbow tie. Not really anything to come out of that. Not as a coach, I never wanted to see my guys stay in that collar. Very nice. Very nice little duck under there and right into a cradle for Richter.
Hard move. That was a What looked like a pretty move there by Cherokee.
Still trying to work the cradle now. He's got it, but he went over a little too far. Now he's got to get that. See the knee that's under him? He needs to get in the side, and that'll pop his shoulder blade. That's better, but still the left shoulder blade there of Palmieri is not it's exposed, but it's not ever going to get flat. But it's a 3-point near fall off the cradle and puts Richter up 5-0. And gives Shawnee choice. They defer, wait to the third period, and Cherokee chooses down. 5-0 in favor of Mike Richter of the Chiefs. Looking to add to that as we start period number 2.
Tough first period for Palmieri, but he's coming out fighting.
Again to his feet, but notice again how I've mentioned this several times, no hand control. We're going to get a locked hand, so he had reaction time and was longer than that. So it's going to be a penalty point for Richter for the locked hands on Palmieri, puts it up to 6-0. Nice switch. Very nice quick move right off the whistle for reversal. Now makes it 8-0.
Richter digging his chin into the back of Palmieri. That's pretty
He's trying to lift him to turn him, and he's got him turned. And let's see how he does here. Palmieri doing a nice job trying to fight off his back. Richter trying to split the legs. Now he's got a nice deep half in, it looks like. Now he's got to get out of his legs and get more perpendicular and get chest on chest. Notice how it's his belly area. You want that chest on chest there. It may work out in the long run, but you want to readjust, get your chest on chest, and get even more See how they're parallel and his leg is caught here?
Yeah.
He wants to be more perpendicular, and finally he did, and he gets the pinfall at 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Be the second pin of the match for Cherokee. Put him up 18-4. All right, well, let's take a look at the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. All right, yeah, you can see what you're talking about. That's a lot.
Yeah, see how but he's parallel there, and as soon as he starts to move up closer to the head, if you can see it here,
yeah, you got
there,
a little
see
bit
how he got a little bit more up to the head?
Palmieri could have held on for just a little bit longer. He might have been able to break out of that. Looks like he was gaining a little bit of ground. Well, here we go with the 170 matchup.
Brandon Sarlo, right, for Shawnee.
I believe that is Brandon Sarlo. And I
And
think this side we got Gaspiero Alessi.
no, that's 82. 170 is going to be Zane Klinsman. Zane Clinshaw.
Zane Clinshaw. Brandon Sarlo, the brother of Preston Sarlo. We saw him earlier. I believe he's been wrestling for a couple of years.
Again, both in a collar and elbow tie.
A little bit over halfway through this first period. So Cherokee tried to take a shot there. Then Clinshaw's got Sarlo wrapped up. He's got to finish. He's got wrapped around the waist. Take that back to the center. Brendan Starlow try and take 2 quick shots there. Push him out of bounds. Take that back up. That'll end the first period. Going on in the second period, we're still tied 0-0. Shawnee is losing to Cherokee here in this 170 matchup. The overall score is 18-4. Cherokee's got the lead.
Clinshaw chooses down in the 0-0 contest. Brendan Starlow trying to work that one-on-one and pull it out onto his back. Worked on the hands, did a nice job there. Clinshaw to get the first point of the match and go up 1-0.
That could prove to be big in this match, especially, you know, these guys seem like they're pretty well even, and Sarlo's going to have to try to get a quick one here to get himself back into it, because if he doesn't, Clinshaw can really capitalize on that and take the lead and keep running with it. It's a nice shot by Clinshaw. He's got Sarlo wrapped up. Oh,
nice
that was a hard takedown onto Sarlo. Sarlo's still down on the mat.
And 2 back, so that's going to be a 4-point move. Should make it 5-0.
That was real hard. That was a full body slam. Sarlo's still down on the mat. Not sure the name of the Cherokee trainer, but looks like he's out there.
Mr. Jeff Wood, been here for many years.
Looks like Jeff Wood's out there.
I believe the senior trainer in the Lenape district.
Well, let's take a look at the replay of that with the Ivory Rehab Physical Therapy replay. Ivory Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivoryrehab.com.
It's a real nice shot here, lifting, and then the switches off to the double lifts.
Ooh, looks like it could almost be the head. I think the head of Brandon Sarlo got slammed in the ground there. You see immediately grabs his forehead. I think he went down head first into the mat. That was brutal. Scott, was that called a takedown, I believe? Correct?
Takedown, and then his back was exposed, so because of the injury, he'll automatically get the back points.
So that'll be 4 points added to him for...
Yeah, takedown 2, and then the back points 2.
Looks like Brandon Sarlo's going to get back up here.
And that's going to be it. That's going to be what we call an injury default. Sarlo was unable to continue or did not get medically cleared by the trainer. So that's a tough break for Mr. Sarlo, who was in a competitive match. It was 1-0 at the time. £182 be Mike Blackwell for Shawnee, and that's Gaspario Alessi for the Chiefs.
Here we go. Blackwell and Alessi both trying both of them trying to get a grip on the other.
Oh, real nice,
Goes
real nice.
Alessi
Trying to get like fireman, and then
He's
switches
called
it off. Real nice
He's got
takedown right to his
Blackwell.
back. Good job by Blackwell to fight
that was
off,
a
though.
Quick spin by Blackwell.
It's going to be worth a 2-point takedown, though, and 2-point near fall.
So I'll put Alessi up by 4 points.
That is correct.
Just over a minute and 10 seconds in this first
Turning
period.
him again with a bar there. And he's got an arch, and he should probably move around the other side of his head if he can. There, see how he's trying to get the knee to the other side? Now, if he's got it locked up tight enough and sits through.
Blackwell trying to
And
arc
there it
the
is.
back.
He didn't have to sit all the way through. 107 is the time of the fall.
It's the third pinfall for Shawnee in this matter for Cherokee.
Extends the Chief team score lead now to 30-4.
Matt Higgins getting the only points for Shawnee so far.
Looks like 195 will be our next match. This looks like Dylan Patchowitz.
Dylan Patchowitz, and for...
I believe that's Andrew Cardinale.
Old Patch, as he's commonly known around Shawnee. He's kind of wrestling for the 195 weight class.
Yeah, Andrew Cardinale.
Well, Patchowitz definitely has some height on Cardinale. Looks like his arms may be a bit longer too. That could have a little bit of effect in this matchup. Well, Scott, I believe you wrestled at Cherokee, right?
I wrestled at Lenape for a year and then Cherokee. Yes, I did. Way long time ago. Whole different set of rules now, though.
How do you think Cherokee's team compares now to when you wrestled for them?
Well, again, we just started. We
by?
were only, what, we were only, we started the program in 1975, fall of 75, fall and winter 75, 76. So we started out as just JV and then went to varsity after that. So we were very young and inexperienced. But, you know, we were tough. It was a tough team.
Yeah.
You could always guarantee that you were going to be in a dogfight just as you are now with all the Lenape District teams, quite frankly. But a whole different set of rules now. You know, we had the choice of top and bottom. There was no neutral. There was no defer. There was riding time, which is, you know, if you hold your opponent down for more than a minute over the course of the match, if you have a minute advantage, you got an extra point that way. Just a lot of differences. No athletic trainers back then.
Quite
as you
sure
see,
what
Coach
happened
Woody's
there.
got some blood time.
Some blood time.
If you got a bloody nose, they just basically took a cotton swab and shoved it up there. Cotton ball or what have you. No gloves like you see all the athletic trainers wearing today. A whole different, you know, what wrestling has come so far in weight reduction and making sure that the kids are hydrated and safe. You know, 40 years ago when 40 plus years ago when I was wrestling, you didn't have those, you know, you had rubber suits and losing a lot of weight, 8-10 pounds a day. See a picture of Coach Mann, who also wrestled in his day, his 11th season here. Of course, Coach Booth, a state champion winning coach at Cherokee when he was a wrestler at Camden Catholic. So, you know, they're giving back to the sport which gave them so much, which I think is just phenomenal.
Patchowitz has got to get his way out of this bottom. Here we go. This could be another pin, looks like here. Patchowitz is arcing, trying to keep his back up off the ground, using his head to keep his whole body up. That's tough to do. It's tough to hold for long. He's barely got his shoulder blades off the ground now. This could be the fourth pin for Cherokee if he's able to
really
extend that
deep
arm.
half if he finishes. Now has to readjust though. See again, his chest is not on chest to chest. That's where you want to be.
He's got it. Try and see the angle from
What a
over
great
here.
job by Patchowitz to not get pinned here. What a great job.
That's a very tough thing to hold.
Yeah, I mean he had that sunk in very deep, and he was fighting it. Patch, as you call him, did a great job to avoid the pinfall there.
I'd say that's strength, and you know, as
Cherokee
we've been saying the whole
defers.
day, that's everything you do to train for wrestling coming out.
Patchowitz going to take neutral as instructed by his head coach, Mr. Mann.
Oh.
It's a good takedown, good soft takedown, good soft landing. Again, he's got the half in deep. Again, Pat's going to have to fight. He's got a long time to have to fight this one.
Oh, that's a very tough. It's almost a minute and 30 seconds. Minute and 30 seconds to hold this. He's got to get out of this quick. He cannot maintain that for that long.
And there it is.
There it is. That's
2 minutes and 33 seconds will be the time of the fall.
Gonna be the 4th pin for Cherokee today. Well, you gotta give it to Patchowitz. He did a nice job at
Fought
staying
it
up.
for a while, just out overmatched there.
Here's sophomore Alex Pfeiffer taking the mat now.
Against Will Smith of Cherokee.
Well, let's take a look at the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
See him working his way up now, and then he throws in a very deep half Nelson. And eventually going up and down like that, you eventually get stuck on your back, and one of those times when you're down, your shoulder blades hit the mat, and that's all she's gonna write. Oh, this will be Robert Livshitz here for
Oh, there's a hard
Cherokee.
Alex Pfeiffer falls hard to the ground.
So we thought it was going to be Will Smith, but instead they send out Livshitz, who is a veteran. And you can see the veteran presence there of Livshitz with the quick takedown and now right to his back. And Alex
And there's
Pfeiffer,
Pfeiffer getting
40 seconds, just overmatched there.
not much Pfeiffer could have done there. He's just
No.
very experienced wrestler, and Pfeiffer just doesn't have the wrestler time to.
So this looks like 285 is going to be Nick Lope, it looks like, for the Renegades.
I believe it is going to be Nicolette.
And this should then be, I'm guessing, Will Smith for the Chiefs.
Very interested to see Nicolette wrestle here. I sit next to him on the bus at Shawnee, so know him as a student, not as a wrestler. Well, let's take a look at the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
And it is Will Smith. What a Livshitz with a nice job getting the underhook in and then just overpowers Alex Pfeiffer there and gets the pinfall win. So Nick Lope versus Will Smith here.
As I was saying earlier, I sit next to Nick Lope on the bus. Nicest kid you've ever met, and definitely interested to see how he's out on the rest of the mat.
Typical, and I'm not making fun, but this could be one of those typical heavyweight matches. We like to kind of jokingly refer to it as the dance of the big men. Both good sized guys, so you don't want to get caught under. You take a bad shot and you got 285 potential pounds landing on you. So both men working at the upper bodies, you know, the collar and elbow ties.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see.
Trying to hand fight in there.
I've not watched too many wrestling matches in my day, but I would assume that when you get to the heavier weight matches like this, you don't see a lot of quick shots. You see a lot of.
They're rare. They're rare.
And when you see them, bet when you do see one, it's probably has to be almost perfectly well placed.
This is more of what you see typically with both guys in the collar ties.
There's Nick Lope, almost looks like he's trying to take a shot there. He's going to pull back though.
Choice here in the 285-pound match should be Cherokee, so it wouldn't shock me at all if Coach Booth, if this match stays 0-0, goes down, because one of the criteria, if you get into all those overtimes, which we haven't seen yet, is who scored the first point. So, there you go, with a nice job by Lope with a great headlock. And there it is, with just half a second remaining. Great job by Lope.
Oh, wow.
Got him off balance.
What a pin there by Lope.
1:59 will be officially the time of the fall. Nick Lope with a great job there.
All right, well, let's definitely take a look at that Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
See how he gets him off bounds with an excellent trip. There's what it was there. He got the nice trip in, and boy, when you got a young man the size of Lope, who, and I don't know what he weighed in at tonight, but that's tough to get off your back when you're a heavyweight too.
It's a beautiful move by Lope, though. That's a really.
This looks like Ethan Greenberg for the Renegades, and
this
Andrew,
is the 106.
106. Andrew Armando for the Chiefs.
This will be almost the exact opposite of the previous match we just watched. This will be a lot of quick darting moves. Assuming you'll have a lot of on the ground wrestling.
You're learning quickly, Mr. Minshaw. You're learning quickly.
Doing the best I can, Mr. Glosner.
You'll see a lot of tilts out of these guys, and a tilt is when you try to expose the other wrestler's back, and you see what he's trying to do here, either a ball and chain or what they call a back hook, or some people refer to it as a fish hook. And what he's going to try to do now, he needs to get that elbow down so it's in the middle of his back. Now he works it into a bar, an arm bar. You see his left arm underneath the left arm of Greenberg, and then going to try to roll that right wrist in for what we call a one-on-one, and then he's going to try to load that up, what we call load it up on his pec, you know, your chest muscles, and eventually make a big step towards the head to try to turn Ethan. Ethan doing a good job of keeping that right hip down, which is the defense against the bar. Now he's got to take that big step. See that big step around the head? Didn't do it. And Ethan was able to fight it off nicely. He's trying again now.
This looks like he's almost got it.
And now he puts the knee in the head to turn him, and now he's in, I was going to say, now he's got him in great position. A minute 43 is the fall for Armando. Team score now 48-10 for the Chiefs. 3 matches to go. Maybe only 2, because Shawnee did not put anybody out at 126 in the introductions. Doesn't mean they don't have anybody.
Yeah, I believe what happened there was, I believe that's Jalen Horsley, who was supposed to wrestle for Shawnee, didn't make weight.
So you got inside info, Mitchell. Good work, my man. This is Ryan Rhodes against Bryce Dunleavy. Dunleavy with a nice takedown.
Well, I hope that Shawnee does end up finding someone to wrestle at the 126, because I believe for Cherokee 126, that is...
Colin Wick, 7th in the state last year.
Yeah, and I think he's 3 pins away from breaking the Cherokee record that's been held since I believe it is 99.
Wow.
70, so he's 3 away from 71 career pins.
Impressive.
Yeah, as you see there on your screen, it's held by Doug Eastlick.
State champion, only state champion in Cherokee history.
Yeah, Colin's full name
One of
is
3 Eastlicks that went here. So he's 2 away from tying, 3 away from setting the record. You know, their next 2 weights at 120 and 126 with Cooper Pontelandolfo, freshman. Yeah, he's the real deal, so to speak. And of course, Colin Wick, who's experienced and, you know, multiple-time state qualifier, 7th in the state last year.
Yes, that's a lot of pins, though. I mean, what is that, 68 career pins so far? And
it's 20 plus a year, right?
It's crazy.
So back to the 113-pound match. Bryce Dunleavy controlling Ryan Rhodes here. Rhodes looking for a Peterson and got it on the nice reversal with the Peterson. Did not hold it long enough to get back points on Dunleavy, but Dunleavy got a little high, and Rhodes took advantage of it with a Peterson roll. Dunleavy looking for a switch there, and now on the other side, Rhodes is looking for a nice tilt. Now he needs to get his hips away, and he may get one there. We'll see.
Dunleavy just fell hard against.
Said he did not break the grasp of the offensive wrestler before they went out of bounds, so we'll stay. And here's where Rhodes has to be tough on top. There's only 10 seconds left, what we call short time. You don't want to give up a point in the last 10 seconds here. Throws in a leg. Oh, nice scoot, nice hip, and look at that. He gave it up. Good work by Dunleavy in the last seconds of the period to get a reversal and take the lead 4-2.
That was another capitalization on what we did not see in the Nickel Open and that weight class wrestling match. You saw a lot of quick moves there, real fast, multiple in a row.
Rhodes chooses bottom to start period number 2, trailing 4-2.
Dunleavy
trying to come out the back door. Dunleavy got high, which means he got his weight too far forward.
Momentum just kept him carrying.
Yeah,
right
now Rhodes is trying to come out what we call come out the back door, so to speak. Got to pop that head. It's still red in control at this point. Dunleavy doing a nice job, but can see Rhodes working the head out. Once he does, he maintains control and ties this contest up at 4-4. It might be, you know, in tennis, you might call that an unforced error. Now again, Rhodes looking for that back hook or fish hook, and now going to try to roll with it. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Now he's going to try near side cradle. Dunleavy working hard not to get it locked. He's got it locked now. He's got to put the head in the ribs. Take his time. He's still got almost a minute to go. He's getting his points for backs. Of course, now it's the same move, so even though Bryce got off his back, he will not get points because he's in the same hold. Can't get multiple back points for the same hold. And there's the pin with the near side cradle.
One of the more athletic looking pins that we've seen in
3:21 is the time of the fall for Rhodes. And now 54-10.
Now, Scott, I haven't seen a lot of wrestling matches, as I said earlier. Is it typical to have this many pins in a match, or is
sometimes yes, sometimes no. Not typically, but you know, sometimes you got a squad that's very experienced versus a squad that's pretty young, and that's what we have here tonight.
Well, let's take a look at the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
You see the near side cradle, and eventually worked with it, worked with it, worked with it. And it's when he gets out of his legs that you'll see here that he'll finish the pinfall. Again, here he is now. He's caught in his leg there, and now he's going to use the leg for a minute and hook it, and that's what finally finishes it off right there. Some might say this is one of the feature bouts of the evening, maybe the feature bout of the evening between Eddie Moriarty, who's got experience, and the freshman Cooper Pontelandolfo, who has a lot of press that has been written about him, about his what could be an outstanding career here at Cherokee just beginning, and it looks like we have blood for Cherokee.
Well, I was talking to some of my friends at Shawnee Wrestling earlier before the match got underway, and you know, as someone who has not seen a lot of wrestling, I was you know, trying to find out who on the Shawnee team was going to show some real real fun looking match, a lot of slams, and I heard Eddie Moriarty is apparently known for that around Shawnee Wrestling, really using strength and muscle to really do a lot of takedowns, a lot of quick moves. Heard that Eddie really gives a fun-looking match.
He has taken a 1-0 lead on the penalty for, I believe it was an illegal scissors around the head. I didn't see it. We went to the blood time rather quickly, but the 1-point penalty assessed against Pontelandolfo, which will put Moriarty up 1-0. And I don't see anybody getting ready for Shawnee, so this probably will be our last actual wrestled bout of the evening.
Well, I think it's safe to say Cherokee has really dominated this one tonight.
Yes, as they do a lot of matches this year. They're, as I said in the beginning, they're a team that has very, very high expectations and expect themselves to be certainly in the mix for a Group 5 state championship. Now back to live action. 1-0 Moriarty after the penalty assessed against Pontelandolfo.
It's another almost a moral, I'd say, bout here for Shawnee. You know, they've got, this is their other, I think you'd call it veteran leader on the team, Eddie Moriarty. Matt Higgins did his part for Shawnee. And Sure, Eddie Moriarty's going to be looking to do his part as well.
Very lanky, I guess, would be the description of Pantalendolfo.
Yeah.
Pantalendolfo. Eddie trying to use a little bit of a front headlock, but he has to bury the head next to Cooper's for that to be effective. And it will be Shawnee's choice here in this matchup at the end of period number 1. Wouldn't surprise me if Moriarty defers.
There's a nice shot by Pantalendolfo.
And he's got to cut the waist, and he has, but good defense by Moriarty. He's going to fight this off. He's going to have the lead at end of period 1.
Seems like a pretty evenly
we have more
matched,
blood time for Cherokee. Very different style wrestling, what I'll call a singlet, because that's what wrestling uniforms are called. But you notice the Shawnee is the more traditional type of singlet that you see. Cherokee appears to have, and I don't know if there's a singlet under that, but it appears to be a two-piece uniform.
Yeah, it seems as if they've got almost like a Under Armour type shirt going on.
Yeah, it does.
I was watching the JV match. It seemed as if the JV team was still using the traditional singlet. And but I did see one JV wrestler wearing the uniform the varsity appears to be taking. Well, let's take a look at that last play with the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy at ivyrehab.com.
Again, he got in fairly deep, but didn't finish it quick enough. This hand, as you see down there, should probably be closer up to the waist to try to switch off there. Or down by the other ankle. You know, the knee area, not the best place to try to finish that. Again, Mr. Wood, the athletic trainer, head athletic trainer here at Cherokee, doing a nice job.
Scott, do you think that that blood's coming from
I think
friction, or where's
no,
that?
it looks like it's coming from the nose, and that just happens.
Happens in wrestling.
Just happens in wrestling. I mean, in some kids, we used to refer to them as bleeders. Some kids have gone in the past to get what they call their nose cauterized because they bled so much. And one of the things is you can bleed as many times as you want, but you cannot go over 5 minutes of elapsed blood time. If you do, you have to default.
So their time and how much time it takes them to get back out.
And as I expected, there's Coach Booth, 8th season, 117 and 57, very successful. As it was his wrestling career, he's extending that to his coaching career as well. So
Well,
Moriarty has deferred.
We're going back to Coach Booth. When you get a former player who turns a coach, he's expecting the best from his team, and I'm sure he's coaching them like he's expecting the best from them.
Well, he does, I'm sure, but it also gives, I'm not going to use the word credibility, but the kids know that he did it.
Yeah, it gives them,
that's one of the things when
gives them another level of respect for.
When I coached at Seneca with Coach Bauer and here at Cherokee before I went to Seneca, the kids could look at and see that I was a wrestler. So it gives you a little more, I guess.
Yeah. Especially a sport like wrestling,
right.
which is
You've been through the war, so to speak.
Wrestling's a whole different monster other than even any other sport because you're really out there by yourself. And just all the training. That's a nice slam by Shawnee.
Nice return to the mat by Moriarty. Got the hands locked, got the hips under, because that's the key there. You're not going to be able to lift him with your arms. You're not that strong. He might be, I don't know. But getting the hips under allows you to get the elevation to then turn him back to the mat.
There's Moriarty.
There's the good hand control there by Pantalendolfo, and he's looking for a switch, and nice job by Moriarty. He was losing him, but he decided, and it's one of the old expressions, 1 not 2. Give up 1 for your escape as opposed to 2 for the reversal. And Eddie did a nice job. He knew he was losing control, and instead of getting reversed. So we're back to our feet again. Oh. I guess I'm mistaken that the penalty went for Cherokee because they're They have the score at 2-0. I thought.
Well, while we got some blood time here for Ponte Landafo, I want to go ahead and thank the LDTV crew tonight. I'd like to thank Option 2 student Talon Loriello, Jamie Stewart, Ryan Block, and Gavin Schwager, who are working the cameras for us tonight. Thanks again for everything the whole LDTV crew does here tonight, and makes this possible for us to shoot these games and get them out there to the LRHSD and Burlington County communities. And Kara Grosner as well on camera. Thank you very much.
Moriarty doing a nice job controlling the head of Ponte Landafo. Oh, he's nice. That was, notice he got the arm underneath his pit and was able to drag. It's almost like an arm drag or a butt drag. If you get it from the back, they call it a butt drag. In this case, I will refer to it as an arm drag. It's not the traditional arm drag, but a nice job by Ponte Landafo to give him now a 4-0 lead. And more blood time. Or not really, the plug that they're using just came out of Cooper's nose, and that's difficult. You don't realize, you know, you breathe a lot through your nose and you get one, you know, one of your nostrils all stuffed up. It makes your air intake less, so it can be a hindrance, but doesn't appear to be bothering Cooper at this point, as he's going to go into the third period here with a 4-0 lead over Eddie Moriarty.
This will be a big final period for Eddie Moriarty.
Moriarty chooses neutral.
Now, Ponte Landafo is a freshman, but he certainly does not wrestle like wrestles with a lot of experience.
Very experienced in the youth program and highly successful in the middle school and youth programs.
Oh, that looks like a very uncomfortable position for Moriarty's leg. Just a second ago, he had it torqued towards him. Moriarty doing his best to try to get a grip on Ponte Landafo.
They're gonna get Cooper for a locked hands here.
Ponte Landafo gets on top of Moriarty. Moriarty struggling to get back on top.
As we move under a minute remaining here in the third period. Very methodical work here on top by Ponte Landafo.
So over 20 seconds left to go in this third period. Cherokee's got the 6-1 to lead.
Looking to lift there at the knee and possibly get him what we call a Turk. We haven't seen one all night, but it's where you lift the near leg and step through and hook the other leg, and it actually starts turning your opponent's hip, and then from there you can start turning his back and exposing it to the mat.
Well, that'll do it for this matchup. I believe that's going to be the end of the match. Cherokee taking the dominating win, 57-10.
And our last matchup will be at 126 pounds. And I don't
Shawnee
see
have
anyone,
a-
I don't see a body getting ready to come out, and the Renegades appear to be lining up, and there's Colin Wick, who is going to take the forfeit, which will add 6 more to the Chiefs team score and make our final score here tonight 63-10. He won't get a chance to add to his 69 career pins tonight. Scott, it's a dominating performance by Cherokee. They came in as the favorite here tonight. I didn't mention that at the beginning. They are much more experienced than what the Shawnee Renegades are. Shawnee is a young squad with a couple of sprinkled in veterans. A great job by Matt Higgins to get the 1 win tonight at 4 points, and the only other victory they were able to get was at heavyweight, where Nick Lope with a nice trip and eventually finishing off the pin there over Will Smith. But other than that, 12 of the 14 bouts go to Cherokee tonight. Certainly a strong performance by Coach Booth. But Shawnee's, wrestling sometimes runs like that in cycles, and I'm sure Coach Mann and his very comparable staff will be able to right the ship, so to speak, for the Renegades. So as you take a look at the fans here tonight, now though. All right, we're going to take a look at our sponsors here this evening, and then we'll be right back with our play and player of the match.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah. For care that's extraordinary, demand Deborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003 or on the web at www.pwpm.net. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/heads-up. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension. Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah. For care that's extraordinary, demand Deborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003 or on the web at www.pwpm.net. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/heads-up. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org. LDTV programming can now be viewed on the LDTV YouTube page. Viewers can find a large variety of video content, including current and previous seasons of series such as We Teach and Where Are They Now, as well as LDTV's game show, Picture This. The page also features highlights from past and present LDTV awards, showcasing student video productions from around the district. You can also catch Lenape District varsity sports action with the latest LDTV sports broadcasts. Check out all the best shows, sports, and educational videos on LDTV's YouTube page at youtube.com/Lenape District TV.
Okay, welcome back here to Cherokee High School, where we just wrapped up a varsity wrestling match here tonight with the Chiefs getting a 63-10 victory. They move to 7-2, the 6th-ranked Chiefs. The Shawnee Renegades fall to 1-4. Big win for the Chiefs anytime you can beat a district opponent. And now it's time for the Reconstructive Orthopedics Player of the Game. You can reach him at 1-800-896-RECON or on the web at www.reconstructiveortho.com. Let's send it down to Alexa Henry, standing by for our interview.
Thank you. I'm standing here with Nick Maffa. So what was the momentum going into the game and setting the precedent for Cherokee's first win?
Well, we knew that it was going to be like a tough match to begin with, so like we knew that we had to go out there and like do what we do best, all of our hard work, and like just put it into the match. So.
What did your coach say to you before you went into the match?
Sister school. It's always a tough match against Shawnee. Wrestle your best and leave everything out on the mat.
And what was the feeling going into overtime?
The feeling going into overtime, it was a little nerve-wracking, but I knew if I got my shot in, like I could finish. So that's what happened.
All right, thank you. Back to you.
Nick Maffa to set that he got Cherokee's first win this evening. An overtime victory, one of those close matches that we talked about in the opener, and Nick Maffa delivered in the clutch, winning. And now it's time to take a look at the Allstate Good Hands play of the match. Sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC, at 609-654-1426, or Michael McDyer at allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands. And our play of the game is the Shawnee heavyweight Nick Lope here, going up against Will Smith with a great back trip right there and finishing it off, making the nice half Nelson there and finishing it off with 0.5 seconds left, just half a second left when he finishes off Will Smith for the pin. One of only 2 Shawnee wins tonight, but a great job by the heavyweight 285-pounder Nick Lope. Well, there's your final score. The Cherokee Chiefs 63, the Shawnee Renegades 10. Big win for the Chiefs. Back to the drawing board for the Renegades. But they'll be back. Shawnee never lets us down and always gives a competitive matchup. So there you see it. The final score once again from Cherokee High School. The Cherokee Chiefs 63, Shawnee Renegades 10. For Alexa Henry and Scott Minshaw, this is Scott Gloucester saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you down the road on LDTV Sports.
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans